It has never been easier to make so much money. Thanks to TikTok's creativity program, tons of people, including myself, have been able to make thousands of dollars a month just by posting faceless TikTok videos. With this program, you can earn up to $1,000 or more per 1 million qualified views. And I just recently discovered a new untapped niche that can get you millions of views very easily. These accounts are simply posting Google Earth videos and are going viral consistently. This page started just over a month ago and is frequently getting millions of views posting celebrity house videos, while this one makes thousands of dollars posting videos of national monuments. With this niche, the potential is endless. Just off the top of my head, I can think of tons of sub-niches. Skyscrapers, abandoned places, stadiums, volcanoes, historic locations, amusement parks and rides, university biomes, islands. You get the point. There's tons of different videos you could make in this style. If you're someone who worries about oversaturation, let me assure you, with this niche, you don't have to worry about that. Because if everyone is doing mansions or monuments, you can do shipwrecks or ghost towns, for example. You'll never run out of original ideas. Just go to ChatGPT, explain what type of videos you're making, and ask it to generate 500 video ideas in that niche. And there you go. You won't run out of video ideas for years. What makes this Google Earth niche so great is how ridiculously easy it is. Literally, anyone can do it for free. So in this video, I'm going to be walking you through step by step how to quickly create these videos so you can get started right away. And make sure you watch until the end because I might have a little gift save for you. The first thing you need to do is go to earth.google.com/studio. I've left a link down below to it along with everything else you're going to need to get started. It can take anywhere from a few hours to a few days to get accepted, but as soon as you're accepted, you can get started. So the first step of this process is obviously coming up with an idea. ChatGPT makes this easy. So you want to give it a variation of this prompt. I run a faceless TikTok account where each video is a Google Earth flyover of an individual location with an AI-generated script and voiceover talking about that location. I need 50 visually appealing location ideas that are likely to go viral. On top of being visually appealing, the locations need to have an interesting story to them to make the video interesting. The locations also need to be able to be seen on the 3D view on Google Earth. Make the theme historical locations with mysterious backstories. You can make the theme whatever you want, but that's the theme I'm going to be doing. So for the sake of demonstration, let's choose Alcatraz Island. Now we want to ask ChatGPT for a good script. I provided a good prompt down below and you can adjust it for your own needs. Okay, so we have our prompt here. I'm going to say start with... So most of the time when I create my own faceless TikTok videos, I like to make my own hook because sometimes the AI just sucks at creating hooks, honestly. So I'm just going to, off the top of my head, I'm just going to say, this is the most notorious prison in the world. And then I'm just going to do introducing Alcatraz Island. So this is the script it generated me, so I'm going to copy and paste this. I'm going to ditch the last paragraph. A lot of the time when I generate these AI scripts, they go a little bit too long, so I always like to cut out the last paragraph. So now we're going to head over to 11 Labs, which I've provided a link to in the description, and we're just going to choose a voice that we like, and then we're going to paste in the script. So we can just stick with Josh, and then you can adjust these voice settings. So the lower that we bring this, the more variable it's going to have with the way that it speaks. So it's going to sound, if you have this all the way low, it could sound a bit zesty, but we're gonna keep it around 40 and we're gonna paste the script in and then we are going to generate.
This is the most notorious prison in the world. Introducing Alcatraz Island.
Okay, so we're gonna download that in the bottom right corner here. Now that we have the script and voiceover done, we can finally head to Google Earth Studio for the fun part, animating. But don't get scared off. This part's actually easier than you think. Okay, so we're going to want to create a blank project and you're going to want to copy my settings. So you're going to want to unhook this and then you're going to change this to 1080 and this other side to 1920. And then instead of doing frames, we're going to make this time code and we're going to make it 61 seconds, right? So that way we'll be eligible for the creativity program. I'm going to name it Alcatraz and we're going to start. Okay, so now that we're here, we want to go up to search and we're going to search for our location. And here we are. So I'm going to do my best to explain exactly how this software works, but in case you need more help, I've left a link down below to a full tutorial. So there's a few ways to move around in Google Earth Studio, but we're going to focus on the cursor for now. So if we click and hold, we can move around like this. Now, if you want to zoom out or zoom in, you're just going to zoom how you typically would on your computer. But we're also going to want to rotate. So in order to rotate, we're going to want to double click and hold. And then there we go. We can rotate just like this. And you can also adjust your parameters right down here if you really need to. But basically, we're going to want to find our starting point for the first frame of the video. So I'm going to start off with a shot like this, and I'm going to slowly zoom in and then rotate around the island. So I'm also going to leave a little bit of space down here because I'm going to put captions right about here, and we don't want the captions to cover the island. So when we have the first shot ready to go, we're going to simply click this button right here. And this will add keyframes to each parameter. So then we'll simply click here in the timeline and we're just going to move ahead a couple frames and then we're going to readjust our location. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit and I'm going to rotate a little bit like this. And I think that will be good for our next keyframe. So I'm going to click the button again. And now you can see there's an animation between them. okay? And you can also add keyframes in between them. So let's say I wanted it to be more centered. So I could move it right here and add a keyframe there. And now it's exactly how I want it to look. So we're just gonna wanna repeat this process over and over again until we're happy with the final product. And there's our last keyframe. So now we can take a look and see what we've done. So yeah, I just kind of did this thing where it rotates around it. It's not perfect. I'd assume that you can probably do a little bit of a better job than me, but I got the job done. So now that we're done with our video, we can render it. So when we're exporting it, we do have to leave a little watermark there. So we're gonna put this in the bottom center. Right there. We can lower it a little bit, but we're just gonna put that there. If you really wanted to, you could blur it out. But yeah, we're gonna do that, and then I'm just gonna submit. So as soon as it's finished rendering, Google Earth will notify you, and then you can head over up here to animation, cloud renders, and then there, your video is ready to download. So now that we've exported our video, we want to head over to our editing software of choice. I typically use Premiere, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to use CapCut, just since CapCut's free and easy to use. So now that we have CapCut open, we're going to take our 11 Labs voiceover and our Google Earth video, and we are simply going to drag it into the project. So the first thing that I would do is I would take our voiceover, drag it into the timeline, and then I would just cut out any blank spaces real quick, and I would probably shorten it to be about the same length as our video, about 1 minute and 1 second. So I'm going to do that real quick. So what I'm doing is I'm just clicking Command B on my Mac. It would probably be Control B on Windows. And I'm just adding cuts to all the points where there's clearly a blank space in the waveforms. And then what I would do is I would drag like this and bring this back. And there we go. We've just gotten rid of the blank space. So I'm just going to keep repeating this for every single part of the video, and I'll get back to you in just a sec. Okay, so now that I've shortened my script to 1 minute and 1 second, just like our Google Earth video, I can drag our Google Earth video into the timeline. And I do want to change the ratio right here to be 9:16.
This is the most notorious prison in the world. Introducing Alcatraz Island.
And there we go. It's going to look something like that, except first, before we finish, we're going to have to add some captions. So thankfully, CapCut has an auto captions feature, so this part of the process is going to be very easy. So we're going to go to this text tab up here, and we're going to click auto captions and create. And now we have these captions, but these captions are very ugly looking. So we're going to make them look a lot better. So we're going to go up here under text and we're going to click templates. And now you can just choose the template that you like. So I'm going to choose this preset right here. So now let's take a look and see how the captions look.
In the chilly waters of San Francisco Bay, the island was believed to be escape-proof, surrounded by treacherous currents and frigid water. It was a natural barrier that made sure inmates stayed.
Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. You would definitely want to edit the captions a little bit more, you know, make them more aesthetically pleasing, whether that's changing the font, increasing the stroke or shadow on it, or increasing the size. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the final product. Now, this was just a little brief tutorial. I'm sure you can make a video way better than what I just made, but I just wanted to show you real quick how to do it. So there you have it. I really do believe that this is an untapped niche with crazy potential. It's completely original, so you don't have to worry about getting unoriginal content strikes. And earlier in the video, I said that I might have a little gift for you at the end. So I put together a list of the 8 best TikTok accounts in this niche that are currently making money from the creativity program. As I mentioned in my videos documenting my faceless TikTok experience, one of the most crucial steps in creating a successful faceless TikTok page is creating a list of competitors, so that way you can take inspiration from them on what they're doing well. So I made it easy and I made the list for you. So if you want the list, go follow my Instagram and comment Earth on my latest reel and I'll DM it to you. I'm only going to be doing this for 30 days after this video is posted, so make sure you do it before it's too late. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video and take advantage of it. I'll have more niche showcases coming soon, so make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you later.